Greetings, flesh creatures. It is I, Megatron. On behalf of TFYLP, I want to congratulate you for listening to the most refined collective podcast on this miserable little planet Earth. Yes. Here you'll find knowledgeable fans discussing every aspect of Transformers and beyond. Now, enjoy the show while I continue my path to complete conquest of all of you miserable biological entities. Predacons, terrorize!
Whoa.
Hello, welcome to TFYLP episode, what are we on now? 405, 406, I can't.
A lot.
It's
episode
YouTube says 404.
yeah, I think I messed that one up, so,
Oops.
you know. Sorry. It's kind of late to the game tonight. We're having some camera issues too. So it's just an average TFYLP here. So I'm Lucas. Tonight with me I have Sean.
That's me.
I've got Nick.
Hello.
Peter.
Forever Destron.
And Christian.
Am I still on the camera?
Yeah, you're not on the camera, sorry.
All right, then my intro is, ooh, spooky Christian ghost.
Yeah. We'll figure this out later. So, I don't know. Somehow I had an update and I can't figure out this camera to get everybody on. So, anyway, so book club. Zaldron, can you tell us what you guys are doing for the book club this
Reading
week?
books.
Nerds.
More than meets the eye. I don't know if that's it or if you guys are switching back to Robots in Disguise. So I apologize. So we have the CFLP book club that's on the Discord channel. If anyone want to participate, they're reading through Transformers More Than Meets the Eye and some of the older IDW comics. So it's a lot of fun. And I believe Anna, has been kind of leading the discussion. So this week is going to be More Than Meets the Eye issues 9 through 11. So there we go. So this week, what we're talking about is the fact that, this year with all the craziness and COVID and all that we've had a delay in a lot of our products. And so Wave 2 for Earthrise did not hit until recent, and then now all of a sudden everything that didn't come out earlier in the year is now coming out. So Wave 2 of Earthrise has hit, Wave 3 of Earthrise has hit. We had some of the Studio Series stuff where the Devastator, we didn't even know if it was going to come out. And then all of a sudden, for those people that ordered it, who thought it was going to come out in a couple months, surprise!
On my doorstep today. There it was. And it is way, way larger than I could have imagined. That box is half the size of me. Yikes.
He's a big fella.
He's a big fella.
You reviewed him on Microcasters.
Yeah.
Well, you're, I'm sure your FedEx guy or UPS guy must love you, Nick.
They all know me by name now. Hey, Nick, how's the robots? They're good. Robots are good.
So, but yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like every day we're getting a new shipment, and we've had so much stuff come out, and then it's not. I mean, the Netflix figures from Walmart are going to drop, anytime,
Any minute.
Here in November too.
Hey, I 100% trust that Walmart will fit their delivery dates and have them on my doorstep this Saturday.
I was just about to say something similar. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I've got a bridge in Brooklyn I could sell you.
I'll take 8.
What a crafty consumer you're becoming.
So the Wave 2 and 3, I don't know if it was just different because they ended up with 5 waves of Siege. If they, like if they ended up rebranding, wave 1 of Earthrise to Siege, or like what exactly happened. But usually wave 2, so wave 1 normally comes out like around the January, February, March, that time frame, and then wave 2 typically hits like around June, I think. I think is usually the time frame, roughly speaking.
Well,
that
yeah,
sounds right-ish.
but it's kind of like we got a wave 2 that wasn't wave 2 with the early release of Scorponok, and we had Skywarp and Thundercracker that showed up around that time. I mean, there was stuff to get
The
at the
Netflix
time where
figures
there
came
should have
out
been wave 2. Netflix figures,
around that time.
although
They're
they were
wave
in
1.
April, but yeah.
Were they April? For some reason, I thought they were later than that. I thought they were May.
You and I were going crazy hunting for them in April. At least I was going crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
See, the problem is that it's been March for about 7 months, and then all of a sudden it was November 3rd for a week. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of where we are.
The year that brought you 6 months of March comes Tuesday, day 5.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I guess that is true. We've kind of lost track of time and whatnot.
But yeah,
so.
our official Wave 2 Earthrise stuff came out in the past couple weeks.
Followed
And surprise
immediately
Wave
by
3.
Wave 3.
Yeah, my last Wave 3, dude, and I guess my last mainline Earthrise figure is arriving tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like there's a lot more exclusive figures. I think this year it seems like too that it seems like that the toy line is doing really well. Toys in general, whatnot, and so like everyone is picking up an exclusive. So there's Target exclusives that are selling out. There's Walmart exclusives. There's Amazon exclusives, and so
There's fan channel exclusives, which is Pulse,
And then there's actual Pulse exclusives.
right? And then actual Pulse exclusives.
and the
It's
Pulse
a lot.
exclusives
It's a lot
have
of
been coming about once a month or so. It seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like a club, like a
Yeah.
monthly subscription. You log on to Pulse once a month, you order a bunch of stuff that you can't get anywhere else, and then it shows up
At some point.
at some point. Yeah.
Can I be
Sometimes
Singe's buddy
early.
for a second?
Huh?
Hair splitter. That's a Transformers joke. I'm glad I'm on this podcast.
Got it.
Thanks, Peter. If you want to be real technical about it, the only Pulse exclusives we've gotten, I think, are the Pit of Judgment and the Centurion set, right?
That like weren't available through other fan channels.
Like Big Bad and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds right, but I'd have to
And
go
if
and
you-
look.
And if you want to say the Golden Lagoon ones are part of that,
I don't want to say
count.
that.
No.
Don't say that. Good. wouldn't
I mean,
say
I
that.
suppose that packaging is unique to Pulse. Although I think Big Bad has those too, right?
Do they? I have no idea.
I know TF Source put in their like fall ad thing, like 65%. They're still pushing the Golden Lagoon blah, 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 from like last time, or
Right.
first time.
Without the pretty new boxes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got one in 2017. I got the MP10.
No, it was 2019 according to Schmax. I looked.
Well, it definitely
doesn't
wasn't
feel-
2019.
That doesn't
No?
feel
No,
right.
it was before that. I swear.
Maybe 2018. When was
It was
it? Was 18.
Maybe because he was first. He was 2018, and I was looking at the dates on the other guys. That
I know
sounds because they didn't all come out at once, and like
they didn't all come out at once,
the
but
wallet.
2019 though they were like pushing it clearance at a lot of the shows. It was like you like $35 Perceptor sets, and it's like I guess sure. I'm not
I
gonna be
got the
happy.
MP10 for just under $100 that Christmas, and I got him for Christmas and a whole ton of BotBots the first year BotBots were a thing. So 18.
Yeah, there you go.
A very BotBots Christmas Part 1.
But yeah, like how I don't see like that whole, all the Golden Lagoon stuff went on clearance, like back
Except
then, right? Like
Soundwave.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Soundwave was the only one that didn't.
Yeah, Soundwave was so late that he didn't show up in a whole bunch of quantity, at least in the places that I saw, so he was always expensive.
Mm.
He came way later than the rest of
I
the
guess they were able to cut their numbers down to,
Probably.
not eat them.
Well, I think LG Soundwave, when they reissued that, languished as well.
Yeah. It's not a great toy.
I
not.
like Blaster. I like Blaster a lot better.
You know what I don't like? Headmasters that aren't supposed to be headmasters.
Well, okay,
And,
sure.
guys that are 3 times as tall as they should be.
But
Yeah.
out of all those leaders, that mold definitely has the most convincing base mode out of all of them.
Okay. So
The
I guess for the
Power
play
Master
pattern, they were
Optimus.
fun, but...
I feel like all those figures was like Hasbro saying, oh, like, let's make our own Masterpiece figures. Like, we'll make those Masterpiece figures the size of Masterpiece. They just won't be the quality of Masterpiece. It's like...
They've been listening to you talk about, this is pretty much a masterpiece. And they're like, you know what we can do? We'll release a bunch of leader class figures. We'll just call them Masterpiece, and Lucas and his TFYLP guys, they'll all go crazy and buy them. And then we did.
If Hasbro listened to us, because then they would make more BotBots for Christian.
I feel like, though, we're not the target market for Hasbro, though, because we buy everything. So it doesn't matter what they produce, right?
Great success.
So...
I want to hold something up. It's a visual representation of what we're talking about. Just keep talking about other stuff. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
it Lost Season 1 on DVD? I love that you guys are a bunch of nerds that get my references.
Oh, God, Peter.
My goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Destron.
For Destron, it was Tuesday.
So many boxes.
Again. So while I'm sitting down, while we're sitting here and we're talking about our wallets, I guess I'm going to be opening these boxes because I haven't opened all of them yet, so I don't really know what I got. So yeah.
Anybody else have Transformers themed wallets so you know exactly where your money goes?
I don't use my Transformers wallets. They're all put away in storage nicely so that they don't get hurt or damaged.
Or damaged, like, mine.
Like that, yeah.
That's like lovingly used.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've had
I
this
got-
for a couple of years now. It's great.
If I was using a Transformers wallet, I'd have to have 2. One to keep nice and one to use.
There you go. But that's the case for all Transformers, right? One to open, one to keep sealed. Is that the...
No, I mean, like, because I'm not an animal, I only generally buy ones.
It's called Peter
You know?
Animal.
Peter, I did love your comment earlier about Smokescreen, where you said they're like, what does the 80 represent? And you're like, that's how many versions of Smokescreen we'll get before they actually get it right.
Oh,
You're just warning us ahead of time. I'd say for a mainline, that's probably the most perfect smokescreen we've gotten or will get, unless they decide to do like a more toy-accurate deco with all the little like sponsor stickers, which they won't do.
They won't
They'll
do
be
Right. Right.
Can I
The
halfway agree with that?
The only problem with him is that he doesn't have the right number on it.
I think that's the best mold for Smokescreen we've ever gotten.
I'll give you
I
that.
think the
Yeah.
best
What's his number
colors,
supposed to be? I don't remember off the top of my head.
38.
38. Oh, right, yes.
This
I
is
wonder
the
if
best
it was
colors.
changed just because
Color
that's an
scheme.
actual race car somewhere.
Yes, and Reaper labels will get a bunch of my money for Wheeljack Jazz and Smokescreen later this year when they
Coming.
finish those up. All right, best colors for Smokescreen, Henkei, easy, no question.
Oh, well, okay.
No, but that was like 12 years ago, and
You know, I got that one in the mail from one of our friends who was stationed overseas in Japan. He picked it up for me. I got that and Red Alert in the mail the day I graduated from high school.
Wow, you are old.
I am old. What were you guys doing when you got Henkei? Red
Did
Alert,
you hear
and
that
Smokescreen?
sound right now? That was all of my bones turning to dust. Just like that.
Well,
when did Henkei come out? 2007.
so I graduated in 2009. That's when that came out.
Okay. So 2009, I was 29, living in Colorado.
I'm 29 now. Wait, no, I'm not. Will be next month. So I'm already there. Time is weird. I'll be next. 29 next month. Anyway, Smokescreen. That's my boy.
Yeah, got my Tiger Track.
So, yep. Tiger Track
I
as
own-
well.
I only ordered one, so this guy is never going to see the light of day until
Okay,
I get
but
another
with that packaging,
Did
how
it
do you
sell
know it's
out?
even in there?
I don't know. I think you did.
I
I'll
think
get
Tiger Track, I'm sure he's available somewhere. Like, didn't
I
Big
think
Bag
he's
get
still
him?
available on one of the other sites,
I'll
not
pick
it.
Pulse, and I think
Yeah.
it's still a reasonable price. I don't see him being a high demand piece. You know what I mean?
He will be
Right.
when Deep Cover comes out in what Netflix Wave 3.
No, he still won't be.
Yeah.
Like,
If it were Clampdown, I'd agree with you. Clampdown and Deep Cover having to go together and all that. But like,
I made Clampdown 4 months ago. I don't know where you've been.
I just feel like I feel like in general most people don't even know who these characters are, you know, that they're going after Soundwave and Bumblebee and whatever else. So like of the Netflix figures coming out, like upcoming, I'm assuming Soundwave and Bumblebee will probably be the ones that are harder to find.
yeah.
I just want me Soundwave. I don't want no dangle yellow side swipe or whatever you got coming this week, you bunch of weirdo collectors.
Loves me some Deep Cover. Gotta get him.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do though, because I only have a limited amount of display space myself. And like I don't like all this stuff coming out, like I feel like that like we've got enough figures for an entire collection over the last couple of years. And it's like, do I replace what I have? Do I not get it? Do I start bidding things? Like start an infinity closet? I mean,
You just need to annex more of the basement, Lucas.
There you go.
That's what
I've
happens
tried.
whenever the city runs out of room for their highways. They just annex more land. You need to annex that basement.
Eminent domain.
unfortunately,
life.
my wife, that was already a conversation I tried to have with my wife. And I said, what do you think? And she's like, you're not getting more bookcases.
Oh.
Like, no more shelves.
I hung more shelves over the
Children
weekend.
love the book.
Did you?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I miss having
See.
shelves.
You should get some. They're nice.
I was gonna say,
I'd
you
have
can
to have a
get
place to
shelves.
put those shelves first.
Well,
You can make shelves out of your boxes back there.
This is the robot workshop. This is my office. This is all office. That's all.
I think what Lucas said about having a whole collection in just the past few years is totally spot on. It's like a bizarre monkey's paw wish that got granted to us because it's
Yeah.
like we've been collecting for years, and we're finally now getting the figures that we always wanted, but we already have everything that's come before. So what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, we could have started this a few years ago and been where we're at right now.
Yeah,
Right,
it's like a perfect time to have started. If you were a fan that was just getting into the series or whatever.
Amazing.
I feel like Combiner Wars was like the ultimate jumping on point. If you would have started there,
Right.
I mean, there's a few figures that, came before that you probably pick up, but yeah, I don't know. And the thing I think is so crazy is some of the characters that we haven't gotten new representations of are actually climbing in value too, because people are like, oh, like I need a green light or I need, whatever it may be. So, or 2 smoke screens.
Greens.
So,
Yeah, it's just weird. Like if I were starting a collection today, I don't think there's any way I would pick up, like Animated or Beast Wars or Prime. Yeah, I think I'd really just stick to what's happening in mainline and maybe Studio Series at this point. But if I got Studio Series, I wouldn't get like the original movie stuff. Like I just wouldn't do it.
right. Yeah, that's the
A
same
lot
thing
of-
with
a lot of
Studio
that earlier
Series.
movie stuff has gone down quite a bit from its high
Yeah.
point because there are new Studio Series versions of these characters available.
Yeah. So that's another issue. Like if I actually wanted to get rid of it for the new versions, I can't.
Well, you could.
I mean, you can. You
I
just send a
it
box
to
of
Nick and then he
stuff
gets rid of
to,
it, then.
and then it's like, hey Nick, take my box of garbage here.
I'm still deciding if I need to make Nick a box of garbage at this point, or if I could try to sell it by myself.
Well,
You know
that
I
makes
hate
me
doing
want to
that.
pay you money for it.
Do you want to pay? Okay, we'll pay money for it. It's fine.
We'll figure it out.
I hate doing it by myself. I hate selling stuff like on a scale that I have ready right now.
Right.
Ones and twosies, whatever. Giant boxes of it. Ugh. But you know, it's like a requirement now with all the replacements we've been getting. As long as all 4 of us or 5 of us have
Why
been
did you?
added. Why are you doing this, Peter?
He's opening his mail.
Why,
He's having mail day.
I'm trying to figure out why Peter got 2 of those Earthrise Megatrons.
Peter gets 2 of everything.
I mean, I know you get 2 of everything, whatever, but
Peter gets 3 of everything mainline now.
Oh.
wait, what?
Yeah.
1 for the kid, or 1 in each? Okay.
1 for the closet.
1 for the kid, 1 for the closet, 1 for the shelf.
That's it.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been at this for 17 years at this point, and you know, you have to kind of become a seller if you're going to keep buying stuff. I mean, I think that you almost just have to know how to do it. You have to learn how to do it. At least in my experience, I can't hold on to everything. You got to refine and trim down and refocus, and we've had shows about that in the past. But
right.
especially now when we keep getting the same characters, you know, a lot, especially between Siege and Earthrise, where they duplicated those guys. It's like, gosh, you just have to be a pro at shipping and listing and talking to internet weirdos, and it's great. It's a whole other skill set that I never thought I would have to learn.
Peter, it's
It's
nice
good
when they
and
slap
bad.
that barcodes on the on there, so then that way the box is nice and minty.
Just sex. It's beautiful. It makes me so happy.
Blow dryer will take that right off, buddy.
Although I will say, I really did appreciate Amazon slapping a label straight on my Ironhide and Prowl and sending it to me like that. Like, that was
I
the
got
best.
mine.
I know
Oh,
it's-
double box.
and then leaving it in the rain all day because it got delivered on a Sunday and it wasn't supposed
Dude,
to come
that's a-
until Monday.
That's a bonus. That's bonus
mine.
handling.
Mine came in a box with the label on the box, and inside it was nicely packed. And I opened the figures, threw the box away for recycling, and never looked back.
Me too.
I feel like that box is a
my water
collector's
damage
item there,
box.
Sean.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think now. I think I might have to go dumpster diving.
But no, I was actually very lucky because even though mine was shipped like that, it was in pristine condition. It actually was probably in better condition than I've gotten some other stuff in bubble mailers and whatever. So I shouldn't complain too much. I know we did have another local friend that was not so lucky that his stuff got crushed being in the box. But, you know, I don't know. What do you do, right? On these exclusives that they're
You
sold
bend
out
over
of.
and you take it.
Yeah,
They're servicing
exactly.
the customer.
Exactly.
George Carlin.
Yeah.
So,
Mine arrived nicely in a shipping mailer, and everything was beautifully packaged with bubbles and all the magic. And I opened it, and like a rainbow shot out, and I was like, and then I opened my Prowl and Ironhide pack, and my Ironhide is warped. His bumper is warped, so he doesn't transform completely. You gotta like, and then give up, and that's
He
that.
sent me a video of that process. It was dramatic.
It hurts my heart.
God, that
so
sucks.
yeah, and then they're sold out, and aftermarket is ridiculous on them, and I can't sell. Hey guys, you guys want to buy my busted ass Ironhide? It's Ironhide from the movie. Come on, Prime. Oh, I'm all busted. No one wants that.
You say that, but I guarantee you can still sell that Ironhide for pretty close to full freight to someone who will never transform it.
As is.
Such road nonsense.
Sold on eBay as is. No returns.
What you see is what you get.
I'm heartened by the fact that where'd he go? He's over there somewhere. That his grill is the wrong color, so they're gonna reuse that mold at some point with a silvery grill, and I can get that one, and then that one won't be malformed. Maybe. And then
Netflix Wave 4.
Exactly.
There you go.
And they'll release Prowl with that body, but with the Siege head, so he has the toy head on the cartoon body with the police with more tampos all over it.
And they'll give him all the guns.
And they'll give him all the right guns, and the thighs will be the right color, and it'll be like, oh, that one was good, but this one is more better.
He'll have a blast effect that attaches to his face that has the smoke coming out of his mouth where he dies. And I'm telling you, it's the such heroic nonsense pack.
There's your Studio Series Prowl right there.
See, this is where I feel like I'm, such a nerd when we're sitting here complaining about the color of the plastic and all that kind of thing, which it totally is something that bothers me, right? Like, it just, I don't know. Like, I'm sure that kids, like if you give it to a kid, he wouldn't care at all. Like, he wouldn't even notice probably. But, so. You don't think so?
I guess what Destron is saying is it depends on the kid.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I feel better, like I've gotten 5 of those Megatrons. And so I feel better that at least Peter has 15 of them or whatever. Or, I don't know how many it is. Whatever it may be.
Oh,
so, because,
Lucas did not coax me into getting the Megatron this time. I'm waiting for the G2 one, but he was nice enough to send me his matte piece. That was clutch.
If they could just repaint that Earthrise Megatron in the Netflix paint job,
I'll buy that.
It would be perfect.
I'll buy that, but I'm sure they will. I'm 100% positive they will.
Netflix Wave 4.
They probably will. Netflix Wave 4.
Wave 4.
I mean, this Megatron's really good.
3,
I don't know. I debate about it because I'm like, in some respects, I like it better than the Netflix one, and then sometimes I don't know. It depends on the day, I guess. So I don't know.
Making me decide between kids. How do you do that?
Right.
Does the Netflix Wheeljack have
some
the right
days
number
it's
on
easier than others.
The Netflix Wheeljack? I don't know. We haven't seen those pop up yet.
They had images. Peter, are you saying no?
I'm saying I don't know. I from the images I recall of action figure, maybe.
Mine were all canceled, so there's that.
They canceled everything. We reordered everything, and then we've been playing the cancel and reorder game a piece at a time, checking Walmart every goddamn morning, looking to see what's back in stock and what's gone again. And it's been a whole thing. I finally have 2 Optimus Primes that are allegedly shipping this week. If I get one, I'll be happy. That's all I'm looking for.
I think it would be hilarious after you went to all this effort for them to never ship it to you.
Oh, yeah. We all know that's where it's going. They're not going to ship a goddamn thing. They didn't ship me anything. They shipped one piece from Wave 1 after I ordered it when it was in stock. My pre-order never shipped, but my in-stock order shipped. Go figure.
I think the only one they shipped me was that Ultra Magnus from the spoiler pack. And then it immediately went on clearance, and I was like, God, if they hadn't shipped it to me, by the time I found it in store, I could have just got it for half the price or whatever. Yeah. And again, then I'm sitting here going, why do I need this figure? The Wave 2 spoiler pack actually is pretty neat. The Nemesis Prime, which I think that should, I've seen people, get that figure now. I think it should be shipping pretty much this week.
Yeah, Pulse told me mine is shipping this week. It was supposed to ship last week, and they delayed it to this week.
Right.
Which is the
That's
shortest
right. There was
Pulse
a delay
I've ever seen.
It's interesting that you get an email that a thing gets delayed from Pulse, but when a thing gets moved up, let's see,
Thanks,
April, March, February, January, December, November. When a thing gets moved up 6 months, order. you get no. Oh, by the way, we're moving this date up 6 months, and we're charging you $280 right now.
Surprise!
Surprise!
What I think is great about Pulse is that they'll ship something but not actually let me know. So then I can be surprised Like, it's like magic, like getting a present or something in the mail.
I will say that their shipping service is almost too efficient because 9 times out of 10, I get an email after the thing shows up. It's on the way. It's like, no, it's here. I'm holding it in my hands. It's not on the way.
I just get FedEx to tell me about stuff now because I got tired of that game.
Right.
Yeah, I had a Marvel Legends figure that came in last week, and I had it for 2 days. Like, it came on Friday, and then Pulse told me yesterday that it was on the way. And I was like, cool.
Like, I'm glad that they're so efficient and that it's a well-oiled machine, and I always get my stuff. That's great, and I'm not actually complaining.
I can actually. Do you want me to tell you a weird Pulse story? A weird, spooky Pulse story?
Ooh. Yeah, hit me.
All right, so I ordered the new Black Series Mandalorian because I wanted the shiny Beskar armor one, and it is amazing looking. And it came into stock on October 15th, and I had my order in, and that was all fine. And they never shipped it to me. And I was like, well, that's weird. So I waited. I was like, oh, maybe it's just delayed, and they didn't send me an email about it. So I finally messaged. Was like, hey, where's my figure? And they're like, oh, this should have shipped to you. Did you not get a delay order or a payment change order or anything? I was like, nope. I got my order confirmation back in May. That's all I got. And they're like, okay, well, can you try updating your payment method? So I did. And instead of my card number that I put in, my payment method had been changed to loading icons that never resolved. But the figure was out of stock, and then I changed my payment method.
Yeah.
It processed immediately, and they sent it to me the next day.
Well, that's good.
So, I don't know how that happened.
Got one?
But I did get it, and it's here, and it's
That's
beautiful.
weird.
But like, spooky.
That is weird.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, right. How does it happen? And like, they couldn't process the payment, but they didn't tell me that.
Right.
Oh, that doesn't inspire confidence.
It was very, very strange. So look out for that issue coming up.
Great.
Hopefully, it's just a weird one-off with me. What are you thinking, Destron?
I want to tell stories about Target and pre-orders.
Great.
Oh, yes.
Bastards.
That's the summary of my story with Target and pre-orders.
Yeah.
So I get
Hey,
notifications.
remember that sale you got? You want to change your payment method? Well, guess what? All your discounts are going to go away.
Wait, really? That sucks.
Yes, that's a thing.
It's a thing, and they won't honor it, and yeah. So you get an email. You make an order. It's 10 items.
Right.
And you get the email. All 10 items have been ordered. Cool, pre-order. And then 14 months later, 2 lifetimes later, whatever, you get an email saying, hey, some of these items are going to be back ordered.
Well, wait.
Okay.
You have to remember that they authorize a payment for it every week,
Right.
which is great. It's really, really helpful when you put it on like debit cards.
When you put it on a debit card,
You
yeah.
can't- and you can't change your payment methods, or you put it on a card that's been deactivated and you can't change it. And good stuff.
Why? Because fuck you.
Oh, man.
Exactly. It's a good reason.
Yeah.
Sorry, Destron. I felt
That's
like
okay.
I needed to interject that part.
I didn't have that part of the experience. So,
Oh, well. Good for you.
not the debit card. I have a credit card that is for pre-orders, and it suffers. It doesn't like me so hard. So then you get an email saying six of the 10 items that you ordered are being delayed, and we need you to process the delay. So please log into your account, okay? And then we'll show you your order. Cool, there it is. And it'll say these items are delayed. Okay, cool. It says approve the delay, and you say, yeah, sure. And you click the single button that they give you, and you get an email. It says you've approved the delay for one item. And you're like, wait, what? No, that's not what it. And you go look in the order, and it says, yeah, delay's approved. You're like, wait, there's something wrong with that. Screw it. It's fine. And you go about your day. And 7 days later, the 5 items that weren't in the hey, you approved these delays email, you get an email about those 5. It's like, thank you for canceling these items, stupid. It's like, oh. Wait a minute. So you go look at the your order, And it's like, oh yeah, that one thing that I approved. Yeah, that's the one thing that I approved. So you call customer service and they're like, it's a one-off, it's a goof. Sorry about your luck, pal. And then you're okay, fine. Lesson learned. And then like 2 months later, on a different order, you get an email that says the following items are being delayed, and we need you to log into your account and approve the delay. So you dutifully log into your account, and you look at the order, and there they are. All these items need to be approved.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a single button to approve the delay.
Mm-mm.
And you click the button, and you're taking screen caps while you do this because you learned your lesson from last time.
Uh-huh.
Take your screen caps, you click the button, you get the email that says, thanks for approving the delay on this one item. You go back over to your order page, and they're all approved. Back order, approved.
Right.
But you only got the email on the one, and you've learned your lesson. So you proactively call Target, and you say to them,
Hey guys, what's going on?
seriously. And they look at the order screen, and I can't see their screen, and they can't see my screen. And that's just how it is. And what they can see on their screen and what they're describing to you is exactly what you can see on your screen, which means they can't by item see that the orders are approved. They can see that you clicked approve delay on something, and they tell you that you have to have faith.
Jesus God.
Exactly. You have to have faith that the button that you pressed did the thing that you wanted it, hoped it, had already proven that it would not do.
No. That's not good. That's not going to work for me.
And you tell them that that's nope, that's not good. That's not going to work for me. And they say, no, sir, you've clicked the button. You've done as we've requested. You have to have faith that the system is going to work. And you say, no. We've already established that your system does not work.
It won't work.
It does not work. And I'm getting the exact same thing. I've been exactly here before. And they say, sir, please. The system works. And we have to have faith that it's going to work. So basically, she had run out of script.
Oh, God.
She was nice. She was a nice lady. And 7 days later, I got the email saying, thanks for canceling your order, you big dummy. And I was sad. I mean, in this instance, in this example scenario, yeah, whoever the person could be would be sad. And then they would call and then explain it to the next person that you talk to, who's also very nice and professional. Their call center people are great.
Here's the thing though, is like, and I appreciate that they have very nice call center people, because I had a similar experience to you, Peter, and they are all very nice. And they all tell me, and they said, you know what? We had a system glitch. And this is why your order was canceled, was because there was a system glitch. And said, oh, okay, no big deal. System glitch. You have my order that you have my order there. You can see my order. You can see it all. So just put it back. Like it was a glitch. So you can just put it back, right? Oh no,
Just
sir, we
fix
can't. We can't. Yeah. Well, there's a glitch. Just fix it. Oh no, sir, we can't fix it. It'd be very nice.
What?
It's
What?
just that we can't actually fix the glitch.
But
We have no agency. We are completely powerless, but we are. They gave me a $20 gift card. When I called back the third time, when I called back, I was like, hey, fella, I know we haven't spoken before, but let me tell you where I'm at. This has happened once, this has happened twice, and now I'm on the phone with you. And he's like, oh, sir. And he gave me, right away, he's like, would $20 help? And I was like, well, the $20 isn't the value of the discounts that I would have been getting had you guys done my order right. But I'll take your money? Call me a sucker, call me a capitalist, I guess. I don't know. I have to go out in the wild now and find these things.
Did you ask him, like, were you like, what is the maximum dollar value you can give me on gift cards here?
He said that he could, without escalating it, and it wasn't anything that he had done or that I had done, so he couldn't escalate it past himself.
Uh-huh.
He said he had made a note in my account that I had said that this has happened multiple times, and they could see in my account that things had been back ordered and then canceled, then back ordered, then canceled. But he couldn't really do anything. He was like,
Right.
Really?
$20, cool. I'm like, sure, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. Again, like, you know, these are toys, and it's one of those things where, you know, all of these billion-dollar companies don't ultimately care about us and our $20 toys. So, you know, and I know there's a lot of problems in this world and whatever, and this is probably not the top problem, you know, so we get all that. It's just something that is frustrating that, you know, we have to kind of go through that stuff. And especially, I mean, I was lucky enough that I think I only had one issue with the Target, like one figure. So like I ordered a zillion things on that sale and got, you know, 95% of them. So I'm very lucky. But I know, you know, other people were not as lucky as me. So, but
before they instituted the 7-day cancel thing, they used to make you approve every week on Friday mornings. And every time you approved a delay, the time between which they sent you the need to approve and the time that you needed to approve got shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter every week. So I did it back in May with Cyberverse stuff. And it was like, okay, you had like a week to do it, and then you had like 4 days to do it, and then you had like 2 days to do it, and then you had like 1 day to do it. And by the end, you had to do it within 1 hour of receiving that email, or it would be canceled.
wow.
And that's what happened to me, because I'd ordered RC and Grimlock because I could get it in the buy one get one half off sale, and so they emailed me to say that Grimlock was delayed and RC was delayed, and so I did it, and I followed the timestamps and all those emails. I was like, and so I got that email at like the last one, the final one, the 7th week in a row that I got the approved delay email at like 4:37 in the morning, and then at 5:30 it was canceled.
Wow.
So is there a way, like, Christian, is this why, like, now that you set up an alert that if you get an email rule or whatever that says if Target sends you an email at any time, then it'll immediately ping you and set an alarm on your phone somewhere?
Well, I think that's when you
Your lights in your house start flashing.
Yeah. 5 a.m. Christian, 6 a.m. Christian, those are different people than me. They're very nice. They're sometimes quite befuddled. They do their best. They're good guys. They're not quite all there. They're very tired. They do their best.
In the chat, they're saying some people's...
The shrinking time was bizarre.
That people are getting their PlayStation 5's orders canceled. So, or I'm sorry. So everyone had their pre-orders, right? And so every retailer put them up and all that. So it sounds like they must be having similar issues for PS5. So that's awesome. Like, because that's another thing. Again, if you're getting that, like, as, you know, whatever, for someone as a Christmas gift or yourself for a Christmas gift or just whatever kind of thing, that would be really frustrating because that's another item that I'm sure is going to be hard to find. So I don't know.
GameStop did a cool thing.
Shouldn't be a complicated thing. If you say you're going to sell a thing, sell the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the Seinfeld car reservation thing.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So you could take the reservation.
GameStop did a cool thing with me last week. I don't know if you guys have seen, but the Black Series is doing a set of holiday troopers across 5 different retailers to be exclusive for the season. And they're all really cool. A lot of people hate them. I love them. But GameStop's, right. So theirs came into stock like the 21st of October, and they charged me, and they gave me a shipping number. And then it sat. It said awaiting carrier pickup for about 2 weeks. And I was like, hey, GameStop, I've never had this problem with you before. What's going on? They're like, oh, no big deal. We'll send you a replacement. It says out of stock on the site, but we've got plenty to fulfill back orders with, and it's all fine. That was Tuesday, and I was like, cool, great, thanks for your help. Weird that this happened, but on the way. Wednesday rolls around. I get an email that says, hey, your order's been canceled.
What?
And then I get a subsequent email that says, hey, your refund is on its way. and it's not for the amount that they already charge me. It's for less. And so I'm like, hey, GameStop, what the heck is up with this? And they're like, oh, we don't know. But what it looks like is they processed it as a return, as if I requested it. And so they didn't pay me back shipping. So they had to do like a whole report thing, and it took a bunch of days to do that, and then it took a bunch of days to get paid. I did get it back, but in the meantime, I had to find this figure. It's out of stock. I called all the stores around me. They said, nope, all the ones we have are for pre-orders. You can maybe scoop up an abandoned pre-order on Friday. I couldn't. So I paid an eBay scalper rate and got it.
Oh,
Because if I ended up with 4 out of 5 of those,
Oh yeah,
it would
burn it all
destroy
to
my
the ground.
collector brain. You guys get that.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's here. It arrived today. It's all great. It's just, like we've said, if you're going to take an order for the thing, give me the thing. I paid extra for shipping because your shipping policy is bogus, but give me the thing, please.
Right.
see, and this is the wonderful thing about having exclusives across all these different retailers is that you find all these different quirks out about, you know, them canceling things or not being able to fulfill it or shipping them wonky or whatever. So it's lots
It's
of
a crapshoot.
fun. Yeah, no.
So- So Amazon cancels things. Amazon ships things poorly 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Walmart never fulfills their pre-orders.
No.
Ships things poorly 700% of the time.
Yeah.
Or just the wrong
Tar-
item.
Or it's just the wrong item, right? Target plays the, hey, do you want to delay? Hey, do you want to cancel? Yo, you want to cancel. You didn't want
They
discounts.
also sell out their pre-orders in less than a minute.
Yes, because they don't have a
allocate any
CAPTCHA.
to the, yeah.
Yep.
And they don't allocate much to the online store.
Right.
And then Pulse over communicates, hey, we've shipped it and we've charged you. Well, they don't tell you that they've charged you. They tell you that it's shipped, it's on the truck, it's on its way, it's been delivered, but you've had it for a week. And you're like,
Here you go, exclusives roundup. There it is, folks.
so can we agree that Pulse is the best in terms of actual fulfillment and customer satisfaction?
100%.
Pulse will get it to you. They may be a little bit later than everybody else. Pulse will make it happen.
So I do want to mention though, you know, before all of these mainline retailers and all that and Pulse, like, I don't know about you guys, but at least myself, I would buy them from an online specialty retailer. So like a Big Bad Toy Store or a Chosen Prime or
EF Source or whoever.
yeah. And, you know, those were always packaged well, and they always
Oh, yeah.
fulfilled the orders, and I never had problems, and I never had all this garbage stuff, like, where they were like, hey, like, you know, whatever, like, so, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm going with Pulse, you know, for the most part with my pre-orders, because I agree with you, Peter, that they're great, but I'm almost at, like, you know, one mind of just being like, yeah, maybe I should just go back to Chosen Prime or whatever and just like order stuff from them, because at least that way I know that like they're going to be able to fix my issue. And like, again, if I like if I talk to, you know, the people at the Chosen Prime, like, you know, I know the owners of the Chosen Prime. I can, like, if I had any shenanigans, like, I can talk to them and say, hey, like, what's going on and whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should just go back to that because, I mean, they are, like, again, those types of stores are more collector focused. And we've seen that all of these retailers are trying to be collector focused, but they're not. And they can't really be because they're trying to be as cheap as possible, you know, and they're trying, and ultimately, like the thing I don't really understand, like, about these online pre-orders that they're doing is like why can't they almost do like a site to store kind of thing or just whatever? Because I mean, ultimately, like, Walmart really just wants you to go to the store and pick it up, right? Because like then you'll
So that you buy a bag of chips and you get a
Right.
pop and you get a
Right.
you know a backpack and some I don't know other stuff, diapers.
so.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Walmart is America's favorite toy shop. I don't know if that branding is back this year, but it was all over the place last year.
Yeah, it made me laugh then too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very humorous.
Look, if they can figure out how to ship light bulbs to you and not have them show up all smashed, or a jar of mayo or whatever else, they figured out how to ship these
Ship
things.
me a jar of mayo.
I'm saying, like, we get these things from Walmart delivered, every other week. We order this kind of stuff from there, and it shows up not broken, not smashed, not destroyed, and yet they can't figure out how to do that with toys.
So, Nick, you just need to order your toys with light bulbs, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, but, I guess I'm not pre-ordering the light bulb, so it doesn't work that way.
Sitting in the dark for 8 months. The pre-order is going to process eventually.
Wish I had some mayo to get me through this.
Yeah.
So,
Actually,
yeah.
no, mayo's gross. No one should eat it.
Yeah, no. Agreed.
But yeah, and then everything is shipping at the same time and coming in at the same time. I'm really curious to see when Kingdom is actually going to come out. Like, do you guys think that it will hit stores before Christmas, or do you think that it won't be until... Because I think the street... Whatever. Whatever the date's supposed to be February 1st, right?
Yeah,
It's
did anyone
dropping right now.
Did anyone actually get their rat traps from Amazon last week? I saw the ship notices, but I don't know if they've arrived.
Yeah, that was my question.
If you're out there listening right now,
Let me ask you a
us know
question.
if you received your rat trap from last week.
I haven't seen anyone from Amazon. Like, I haven't seen anyone online say, "Oh, I got a rat trap from Amazon." So
I saw people say, like, on Thursday, Friday, that they had ship notices.
So they'd probably be showing up today, tomorrow,
oh, okay.
right? Maybe,
Theoretically.
Possibly, perhaps.
Or they could be like our friend G1 Christian and get an empty envelope.
Yeah, now I'm nervous about my clones. I'm wondering if I'm going to get an empty envelope.
It wouldn't be the first time they messed up something with the Galactic Odyssey collection.
Good.
Surprise ratchet ship! Just kidding.
Delayed.
Someone oops that button. Which is fine. I don't mind oops that button like that. Like, that's, that happens. I wish they would have said something about it, but whatever. What I mind is, oops, we shipped it and it didn't actually get on a truck. Or, oops, we needed you to delay this and you didn't because our system is gross. Or, oops, you pre-ordered this the first day. We only had like 5 of them, but you were lucky enough to get one. But we're still not gonna ever send it to you.
I think I'm waiting to get my clones for Black Friday.
Yeah.
If they go on special, I might get them.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Did they
decided
not
I
sell
didn't
out?
need them.
No.
Why would they
okay.
sell out?
Then I'm less worried. I don't know.
I mean, I've had the other clones for years at this point, so it's not like I need these.
Just a heads up, like the other clones, Pounce and Wingspan or whatever, are sitting rotting at Target too. So be waiting
You
for
can
those
get
to
them
go
with the
on clearance.
25% off one toy, or you can get them with a buy one get one half off of Transformers that's going on. You could get there. I might go get clones and get my Battle Squad for half off because I don't want to pay full price for that again just to get a matte piece.
Wednesday arrival allegedly for Core Class Prime, and there's a store called CMD in Montreal that has Rat Trap, Core Prime, and Spine Dude.
For the break.
For a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have ordered from CMD store before. Fun.
So there you go. They're on the mean streets of Canada, everyone.
Yeah, back in like 2013 or 14, when I first had a job, I was looking for an MP3 Coronation set, and they were the one place on the internet that had them after like months and months and months and months and months and months and months of searching. So I bought it from them. They sent it to me. It was great.
There you go.
Thanks, CMD store.
2014 feels like yesterday.
2014 was not yesterday, my friend.
It feels like it.
It all
I don't know.
runs together.
Somehow 2014 was yesterday and also 10 years ago at this point because, like I said earlier, it's the longest year ever this year.
Yeah.
So, go figure.
Yeah. No, the beginning of 2020 was 10 years ago. 2014 was yesterday. See, that's time is
Right,
kind of
like
works that way, where it just overlaps and
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a Jeremy Bearimy. So
I know this is, maybe a bit optimistic to say, but I'm an Optimus Prime, not a Negatron. Even though we have all these issues, and they're universal issues, so we can commiserate together. That's one bonus. But we're still getting, it seems like, more product than ever before, and it's almost all really great stuff. And so I still count us as lucky. There are a lot of fandoms out there that don't get the kind of treatment we get. I know the Jurassic Park dudes are suffering to get anything that's collector grade. But we do pretty well, even with all the challenges we face. And we don't face, horrible sellouts like the Black Series dudes do.
Or the G.I. Joe dudes.
Or the G.I. Joe dudes. I mean, we have it pretty good, generally. I know, like I said, we get annoyed at the various Targets and Walmarts of the world, but in general, I think we do okay.
well, that's one of the things that a few years ago when the Voltron, the Playmates Voltron came out, it's like, why can't Hasbro make something like this? Like, this is really cool. Like, the plastic quality is really good and it feels really good and all that. And I was like, why is it the Transformers I collect can't be this quality? And I feel like that they listen to us. I mean, I think that everything across the board has had a step up in quality. And like, how often can you say that about, a lot of stuff these days?
Going from Transmetals to Beast Machines was probably that step up that we all needed. Beast Machines is exactly what we wanted when we wanted it. They were listening to us. We can all agree it's universal that we might have piddly problems. But Beast Machines was what we wanted.
Okay, but the non-show
almost
toys
fell
for Beast Machines.
Night Viper's a masterpiece.
Night Viper is great. Hammer Strike is great. Everything else is hot garbage.
Do you know Hammer Strike's like $100 figure now?
Yeah.
Buzzsaw's my favorite Beast Wars character. I'm not even joking. Buzzsaw's my favorite Beast Wars character.
No, the Beast Machines one with the
springy doing.
Yeah, guess what? It's the same dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why he's my favorite character. And I bought that on card from you, Nick. So thanks. He's hanging on my wall.
I bought that at a Target in Atlanta in '99.
Well, to Lucas's point, we're a long way from BotCon 06, where they said that collectors made up, barely half of 1% of their audience.
We are a much bigger chunk of their audience now.
They actually said that, and I didn't believe it in 2006, and I don't believe it now for sure. But that was what they quoted to us at the Hasbro panel at BotCon. It's like
they were full of shit. Or at least, at the very least,
2006. That was pre-movie, and they've turned everyone into a fan now because who doesn't want favors?
I also believe that their numbers were skewed at the time. Whatever they thought was the case wasn't really the case.
I agree, and it wasn't. It wasn't Archer who said it. It wasn't Seba Naylor who said it. It was somebody else, like someone who wasn't part of it.
It was Hot Carl the intern.
What?
Hot Carl. I was but a lad then, so I don't remember anymore, but I know it wasn't Archer.
But yeah,
it was a bizarre thing to hear at the Transformers convention. Like, hey, you guys aren't in this room. You guys are it. It's like, clearly that's not true.
You guys don't count. You're lucky we even have this thing. Buy stuff.
Yeah, it was weird. But now, I mean, how much stuff do they care? Like, Tiger Track would never have been made in 2006. Like, we never would have gotten a Cybertron Tiger Track or a Classics Tiger Track. It just wouldn't have a Universe Tiger Track even.
We would have gotten a redeco of what's a useless movie character. We would have gotten a redeco of the RC set. One of them would have been yellow, and she would have been called Tiger Track. And then there would be a blurb in the TF Wiki that says, Movieverse Tiger Track has always been in the RC team, and she's your favorite friend, and you should buy 6 of her. And
there was a yellow one in the prototype version.
Named Tiger Track.
Oh, God.
Except with a hyphen instead of all one word, so it's a completely different character.
OCD, Jesus Christ.
Make the whole team combine. It's Tiger Track, Clampdown, and Deep Cover. It's all those guys.
Oh, God.
See, now I've made it a real thing.
Stop giving them ideas.
Release the Reflector set with Sideswipe heads in Tiger Track deep cover clamp down colors and like put the Tiger Track in the middle
Sure.
and just
No, you put the purple Autobot logos on them and then the shattered glass.
Wonderful. Look at you guys.
There you go.
I think there's gonna be a Shattered Glass like real figures from Hasbro now.
Yeah, right? Like, what
That's
universe is this?
Please
get it,
Please, Hasbro, if you're listening, Primus, if you're listening, please, Shattered Glass Soundwave, Sir Soundwave.
I would love a new one of those.
Give it to me from the Ironhide mold or the Soundwave mold. I don't care. Both would be delightful.
with the headband.
Bandana needs to happen.
See, now that's
If
the
not,
real
I mean, I
trick,
can
isn't
make that happen on my own if I have to.
Just
But,
get a
like,
little twist tie, right? Isn't that?
Please. I don't want to buy that New Age one because it's too small, and I don't like Legends, and it's like $80. Please. There you go.
I
There's my
feel
Princess cry.
like that new Soundwave mold has to be repainted like 5 times, right? I mean, they can't have, I mean, I guess they could have, but
They won't.
like
They won't.
it seems crazy that they wouldn't just release it as that in a Netflix exclusive or whatever. Like, they have to be like releasing that as like 5 different things. Like, this has to be like a blaster and a twin cast and a like Shattered Glass Soundwave and
They're gonna do at least 2 regular sound waves, probably in slightly different decos. They're gonna do with the tape deck mold, the Netflix mold. Whoa, my cats are freaking out. They're gonna do the blaster. Obviously, they're gonna beat it up. And everyone who's clamoring for this Netflix Walmart one is gonna be like, "Ah, man, this one is incrementally like the Ironhide that I'm speculating is gonna happen. This one's incrementally better. Why did I chase this thing? Boo!" And you throw it away and you sell it.
there you go. You got it, Peter.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
2 years from now when they release the slightly better one with,
Give me Marvel Purple. Give me Marvel Purple
Dude, how has
G1.
that never happened?
Give it to me.
Yeah,
That was a bit loud,
that's
but, like,
yeah.
Come on. I feel like the NP would have been great for that. They did the Marvel Grimlock. It's like, okay, Marvel Soundwave.
I wonder
That's
if
actually
that,
a different thing.
I wonder if that Grimlock underperformed and that's why they don't do that anymore.
Maybe they should have started with Soundwave.
But they did a second run
They
on
did,
that.
they did
figure,
a
right?
reissue with the throne, yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Really weird.
Yeah, it was a reissue with the throne, and then that was when it had the brand new Takara Tomy branding as opposed to just Takara. So it was like box variant as well as a cardboard throne that I'm gonna fling into a tote. Yay!
It had the
A better way to say
rated
it.
flame part before.
oh
Purple
boy.
Soundwave.
More happy than
I would
distressed. I'm more happy
Yes.
with all this than distressed. We grump and we moan, but I
Oh.
have to chase a.
Net positive overall. Net positive.
100%. So, and I'm excited to see. I mean, that Grimlock that's coming out looks absolutely fantastic. The Studio Series one, which we haven't even talked about that. Like, when's that dropping? Is that February as well?
I don't know. It had an
All my
April
orders
1st
say
date
April.
on Pulse, but like so did Devastator, and that's here already. So who knows?
Yeah.
I guess that's the real April Fools, is that this stuff ships whenever the hell they want it to.
But we've already seen like those figures in box, like the Zavi or whatever over in the UK, and I realize the US is not the UK, but like they distributed a bunch of early samples to a bunch of reviewers and whatnot, right? So like they already have these things in boxes. So I mean, you'd think like January that these might potentially be here. So.
Studio Series typically does release a wave in January.
I did read that they're having delays at the ports again. The ports are like overstuffed and they can't get the boats unloaded fast enough because there's not enough trucks right now with everything that's going on.
Uh-huh.
So I wonder if this is one of those kind of things where they're being extra, like, they've spaced out the release dates because they know stuff takes time to get places. And it could all show up much sooner if they're able to alleviate the extra stress at the ports.
Where are my bots?
In a shipping container at the bottom of the ocean, Christian.
Purple Soundwave. 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 Did I tell you what happened
That's mean.
with my case of Bot-Bots that I bought?
No, what happened?
So I bought them because
Yeah.
they're going to be the last 6 I needed to complete the current run.
Right, we were talking about that.
Yes, and I got those 6, and they're great. And I did a count just to make sure.
You're missing
I'm
one.
missing one.
No.
Oh no.
From the one Cardio Click 5-pack that came out in March that I never, ever saw.
Oh,
I'm
God damn it.
missing one Bot from one pack.
Which one is it?
Goldito Favorito, the burrito.
Shot gonna be like, oh, this one
Is
right
this
here.
one?
Got him.
Oh,
Oh, you mean this bot right here?
That one?
You're behind my face right now. Yeah, that one. That's the one.
I'll ship
Eat
it to
it.
you.
Eat it. Eat it on
Will you
screen.
really?
Eat it on screen. Just bite it. Just take a chunk out of it.
It'll be post processed though.
yeah.
Yeah,
It shot
I'll
like
ship it to you.
it'll be
Oh,
$100.
thanks, Sean. You're amazing.
That's awesome.
Sometimes the universe answers, and sometimes Sean answers instead. And that's a way better answer.
The universe doesn't charge shipping. I do.
There
I'm happy to pay.
you go.
I paid way too much for that case of Bot-Bots anyway.
You,
But that-
you
but I-
ordered it.
The most exciting toy to come out of Earthrise. The 4-way ramp.
Dude,
Hey,
he's
I
great.
like
you combine
it.
them all to a giant shield.
Have you seen the
No.
fan pictures of that? There's fan art of the 4-way ramp.
Oh, really?
Yep.
They in the Legends comic, you can combine 4 of them together and make a big old shield. They make walls of them in the Legends comic. What is
Really?
that's called now? What is the comic where they
How
talk
many of
about
those
the
do I have? I
got
can't
Neptune
remember if
dudes
I
and the
have
Volcanic
He's-
dudes and they're all hanging out? I think it's still called Legends.
I don't know.
Sakamoto writes it still.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
supposed to become a highway and alleviate congestion.
Was in that comic, was that the one where they combined a bunch of weaponizers into like new figures, Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they inserted Rung into a Quintesson and called it the Energon Enema. That's a real thing. That's actually what it's called. It's called Energon Enema. They Rung combined a bunch of weaponizer dudes together into one dude. Rung transformed, and then the weaponizer dude shoved Rung into a Quintesson's ass. And they said, Energon Enema, shove. And they did. That happened.
That happened.
You can confirm.
That happened.
See, this
It
is
sounds
what
like
we're
I'm-
missing
I'm
from the
rambling like a
American
crazy
comics.
person. This happened. Right? This is what we're missing. You're right. We need, this needs to come out here.
Like,
Way
Planet
better than what
Japan.
AEW's doing.
Why?
Nick, do it on screen. Pull out the anima.
yeah,
Get your Quintesson.
Okay. Honest question. I have both the Earthrise rung and I
They're the
have
same.
the
They're the same. They're the same.
Siege rung.
They're the same.
Yeah, I know they're the same, but which one should I open?
You got to get
So,
that
but you
young
have a
Matt
Sparrow.
piece, dude.
Huh?
Both.
I don't have a spare of either, so I'm only opening one of them. One of them is staying packaged.
I
I
think
would
the
open
Siege
the
one's
I would open the
probably-
Earthrise one, right? Because
I
he's
think-
more
Yeah,
common.
open the-
Yes. I was gonna say the Earthrise is probably gonna more common.
You got to sell. You got to get
Until
that Matt
next
piece to
year.
someone who needs it, bro. Which is not me. It's probably Dakota at this point.
Well,
Oh,
but I
the
have to
map
have
piece.
both. Let me see.
You have to have what?
I have to have both, but one can be open.
Are you collecting the map pieces?
So you're
Or are
gonna
you putting
open
together the map, Nick?
Earthrise one.
What was that, Lucas?
Are you putting together the map? The Earthrise
No.
map? How?
Let's say we put the map together. What
Cut your map
What-
piece
what is
out
that-
and send it to Dakota.
is that going to accomplish once we put this whole map that's going to be like 12 by 12?
Yeah, the map will be online. I'll look at it online. I have no desire to cut out and chase parts. And what I have them, I just don't care. I
mean,
care
but-
that I
but-
have them.
But
I
what
just
is
don't
the
need to
point
do
of
anything with them.
completing the map? I mean, what does it show you? Okay, there's a planet that's called that. We knew that exists. There's another planet.
It shows you
there's
their
Unicron.
journey from Cybertron to Earth.
That's what the wiki is for. If I want to go and look at the
Look,
map.
man.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would be like completing
I'll
all
say
of the
anything
cards
when
from
you're
Power of the
crazy about
Primes. Like, why would you do that?
You're done. You're done.
You
You're done.
Yeah.
You're,
You
you're
don't
out of
do
here.
that.
You're out of here.
Back me up on that.
You
That's
don't do
different.
that.
And again,
how much-
I have to
you know how
have
much
all
I
the
helped
map
you
pieces.
guys
I just
with
don't have
this
to look
crap?
at them.
Oh,
You're not gonna let me
okay.
have map pieces? Come
Okay.
on, man.
Okay.
Has anybody actually completed all the cards from the primes?
No, at least not me.
I haven't
close.
heard.
That might be
anything.
harder than like a European G1
Foot Prime.
boxed Prime. Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all
I
want
have
this one?
I have that.
Liege Maximo Beachcomber.
I'm only
Everybody
missing-
has
The
that.
only
Yeah, everyone.
so the people that I personally know who are doing like are collecting those cards, none of them have completed it.
Primal. Primal is the issue.
Do you have do
You're
you
missing
have an
Primal?
Optimus Primal, the Sean?
Let me look. Optimus Primal. He's probably in with. Oh yeah, here he is. What
Is it the
color
regular
do you
one
need?
or whatever
It's the
convention
exclusive one?
Is that one you
No,
need?
Yeah, that's the Throne of the Primes one.
Either
Yeah.
and I'll Rochambeau
Do
for
you
it
need
right
that
now.
one or?
No,
Oh,
don't need
okay.
that one. I need 3 of the whatever regular ones. I don't even know.
The regular ones.
I have a list somewhere, and it's covered in dust now. The list is like it's in my head, and there are cobwebs, and I stopped kind of caring, but I don't.
It's on the back
It's
burner,
like-
man. It's just
Yeah,
back
It's like
thing is, if I-
shrapnel with tailgate or
If I
wind
look at it-
charger, I think. They
if I
put them
look
on
at it,
clearance
it's
on the Hasbro Toy Shop eBay. By the way,
Wait, what? They put what now?
it's like the old Power of the Prime stuff they still had left. I think it's like
Oh.
wind charger, tailgate, and shrapnel. If you guys need
I
those guys.
think I have the full sets on those. I think. I have to look is the problem because I don't remember off the top of my head anymore. And at one point I knew, but like, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Energon Enema.
Yay!
Oh wow! Now is that canon
Look.
on the wiki?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
canon.
yeah,
It's
they have it
official
right there.
Legends comic, and a Legends comic is canon. It's just
You
a different
read that
Universal
article?
stream than what you used to.
Did
Did I write that article? Not this time, no.
So Paul is
I
asking if
offered
there
you
was a
help
topic
and-
tonight. Yes, Paul, there was a topic. We talked
Yeah, we're
about
kind of just messing around now.
we were talking about how we love shipping. No, our topic was about all of the stuff that's been coming out over the last few months. The ouch our wallets, kind of thing, and coming up. So that was kind of the
Ouch is superior to oof.
So
Just saying.
talk about how we love all the yellows, like the various yellows on Sunstreaker. It's like
It really
fantastic.
does look worse on camera.
It does.
It's
It does
pretty
so much.
okay.
It really
person.
it's funny because like I'm looking at it right now and it doesn't look that bad. Like you can tell it's different, right? But when I hold it up to my camera, I'm like, holy Jesus, looks horrible.
It's horrifying.
It's crazy. So yeah, it's not that bad in hand. Just FYI, I don't know
I
when
think
we're
my
It's nowhere
Sunstreaker
close
gets
to-
here tomorrow.
It's not perfect in hand, but it's pretty dang close.
Yeah, it's not bad in hand. So
Wait for the redeco.
the Netflix figure. So yeah. So there we go. I don't know. Do we have anything else we want to discuss or throw out here before?
We went all the way to Energon Enemas. I think that's probably it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the end.
But I will say, I will listen to a story told by Peter Destron any day of the week because your Target story was magnificently told.
I've got some stories queued up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night on Microcasters, I think we're
I'm
reviewing
on that show.
what? Oh yes.
I'm on that show.
Aren't we reviewing the Ironhide, right? And
We're
the
doing
Prowl?
Prowl and Ironhide.
Prowl and Ironhide. So we kind of did Prowl a little bit last week because Anna had him, but
Preview.
yeah. So yeah. I'm guessing that I'm gonna have a more positive opinion on him than Peter did because mine actually hit the QC lottery and like it doesn't really have too many problems. So yeah, check that out tomorrow night on the tftalk.net Facebook page live. So if you have any questions on these guys, we will answer them tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday night, we have the return of Ouch My Wallet, but it is now the sequel, which is Oof My Wallet.
Oof,
So-
that title.
So Paul is hosting that show. So check that out. That's 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern on the YouTube channel. Oh man, Big Daddy Reviews in the comments says that this year is the most that he spent on Transformers, and I would be really, I don't know, I should do a better job of tracking my spending. I'd be
this
curious.
was the wrong year to start keeping really close track. This was the wrong year.
I would say I personally have not spent as much on Transformers this year because now that I'm not collecting third party and Masterpiece the way that I used to, because I've always collected mainline myself, so it's like adding that onto Masterpiece, like that was a pretty expensive endeavor. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that'd be interesting to see spending this year versus prior years and whatnot. So
A lot. A lot.
So anyway,
more than I'd care to share in a public forum.
Word up. It's a code word.
that is true. So.
Ow.
Anyway, and then also we had a new episode to Cut the Tape on Friday. So that's usually Fridays or Saturdays, just depending on when Rick sends the videos to me. So, and then also Book Club again. That's Sunday nights at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. So if you want to check that out, they do a live chat of that of Book Club. At that time on the Discord channel. So if you want to continue the conversation, join us on Discord, and you can talk about the book club or lots of other things where we just kind of talk about all the toys that have dropped and all the news and all that kind of thing. So anyway, well, thank you guys for being on tonight. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Paul, Zaldron, Big Daddy Reviews, Ron, Catherine. Probably missed somebody. I'm trying to think if I did. But if I missed anyone, I apologize. So. But Catherine says that we all pay the tithe to Hasbro. So yes, that is that is true.
The only one I pay.
They passed the collection plate here. So.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
And then Peter will have to get a collection plate in package and one to actually pass around.
Is it branded? If it's branded.
You see, but there's an Autobot plate and a Decepticon plate, so you need both.
You need both.
Both in
I had to go
package.
scoop up just a sidebar. I had to scoop up all of the Halloween stuff when it went on clearance.
Oh, I missed
Nick-
that.
Oh, like
Nick
the costumes and stuff, or
All the costumes, yeah. So that was fun.
Rats.
I was
You win
disappointed.
this round,
Not
Death
rats.
I was disappointed that I couldn't convince my kids to get Transformers costumes.
Ah.
Oh well, they looked really neat though. I really like the costumes this year.
Yeah, the inflatable ones looked really sharp.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, thank you.